The one Stoic habit that will make you unbreakable. The shock moment. You're sitting alone in your car, engine off, in a half-empty parking lot. Your phone screen glows with the words you never wanted to see. We have to let you go. Your hands start shaking. Thoughts spin out of control. How will I pay rent? What will my family think? What if this ruins everything? For a moment, you feel like you're drowning in the worst-case scenario. But what if I told you that facing this scenario intentionally could actually make you stronger than ever before? That's exactly what the ancient Stoics did, and it's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Why this matters. 2,000 years ago, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire during a devastating pandemic. He lost children, battled conspiracies, and fought endless wars, yet he remained calm. Epictetus was born into slavery, his legs shattered by his master, yet he taught freedom of mind. Seneca was forced to take his own life under Nero, and he did it without fear. These men didn't survive just because they were tough by nature. They survived because they practiced one powerful daily habit: negative visualization. Today, you're going to learn exactly how this works and why it's more relevant now than ever. Let's meet Liam. Liam is 29. He works in marketing for a mid-sized firm, likes craft beer, and dreams of buying a small apartment. On paper, he's doing well, until he isn't. One Friday, his boss calls him in. There's a round of layoffs. Sorry, Liam, but we're downsizing. He walks out stunned. That night, he gets into an argument with his girlfriend about money. Bills pile up in his mind. Doubts creep in. I'm a failure. My plans are ruined. What do I do now? Most people would spiral. Some get angry and lash out. Some numb themselves with distractions. But the Stoics would say, you have more control than you think. Not over the world, but over how you see it. The first spark. Stoic quotes in the dark. At 3 a.m., unable to sleep, Liam scrolls his phone and finds a quote from Epictetus. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. It doesn't make sense at first. How can your thoughts matter more than losing your job? He digs deeper. He finds a Stoic community online, thousands of people sharing how they use ancient wisdom in modern chaos. He notices this one habit they keep mentioning: premeditation malorum, the premeditation of evils, also known as negative visualization. The first spark. Stoic quotes in the dark. At 3 a.m., unable to sleep, Liam scrolls his phone and finds a quote from Epictetus. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. It doesn't make sense at first. How can your thoughts matter more than losing your job? He digs deeper. He finds a Stoic community online. Thousands of people sharing how they use ancient wisdom in modern chaos. He notices this one habit they keep mentioning: premeditation malorum, the premeditation of evils, also known as negative visualization. What is negative visualization? Sounds grim, right? Why would anyone want to picture terrible things happening? But here's what the Stoics knew. When you deliberately imagine losing what you value, your health, your money, your status, you prepare your mind for life's unpredictability. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." In simple terms, when you mentally rehearse the worst, you rob it of its surprise. You train your mind to say, I knew this could happen, I am ready. Liam tries it for the first time. The next morning, Liam gives it a shot. He sits down with a notebook. He writes, what if I never get my old job back? What if my girlfriend leaves me? What if I lose my apartment? He doesn't just write the bad stuff, he goes a step further. How would I cope? What's the worst part? What could I do instead? It feels heavy, but strangely freeing. He sees that even if he lost it all, he'd still have his skills, his mind, his values. He could freelance, he could move somewhere cheaper, he could rebuild. For the first time in days, he breathes easier. A deeper insight. Stoic freedom. The Stoics taught that you can't control what happens, but you can always control your response. This is real freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. By imagining the worst, Liam stops being hostage to fear. Instead, he sees that the worst isn't as big as his mind made it out to be, making it a daily practice. At first, Liam only tries this once, but he reads that the Stoics did it daily, so he sets a reminder, 5 minutes every morning. He He imagines, what if he stays unemployed for 6 months? What if he gets rejected over and over? What if his friends think he's failed? And every time he answers, then what? He notices that the fear loses its grip. He starts taking action. He applies for jobs he'd never have tried before. He starts freelancing. He even talks honestly with his girlfriend about their future. And they find common ground they'd ignored for too long. Other ways the Stoics practiced this. The Stoics didn't just visualize. They practiced small acts of voluntary discomfort too. Sleeping on the floor for a night to remember they could survive with less. Eating plain food when they could afford better, to break their dependence on luxury. Wearing simple clothes in public to practice being immune to judgment. Seneca said, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare. And ask yourself, is this the condition I feared?" When you face your fears in your mind, or even in small, real ways, you stop living at their mercy. The result, an unbreakable mind. Months later, Liam hasn't magically solved all his problems, but he's changed. He lands a new job, one that pays less but gives him freedom. He and his girlfriend move to a smaller apartment but feel more connected than ever. He feels a quiet confidence. No matter what happens, I can handle it. That's what Stoicism is all about. Not controlling the world, but training yourself to stand strong when the world shakes you. A final word from Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. To breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This is the paradox. Negative visualization isn't just about fear. It makes you more grateful for what you have, and more resilient when you lose it. Your turn. Take action. Tomorrow morning, before you pick up your phone, try this. Sit for 5 minutes. Picture something you fear losing. Your job, your relationship, your health. Then ask, if this happened, how would I respond? What could I do? Write it down. Feel the fear, then feel your power to handle it. Do it daily and you'll discover you don't need to be unbreakable because life never hits you. You become unbreakable because you know you can endure the hit and keep going. If you want more Stoic habits you can actually use, not just quotes on Instagram, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing Stoic community. Drop a comment. What's the worst you fear, and how will you face it? I'd love to read your thoughts and share ideas. Remember, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Stay strong, stay Stoic, and I'll see you in the next video.